There is a situation happening right now in 2026, and it cuts across every generation. You see it in young people who don't bother applying. You see it in middle aged people who stopped caring about their careers years ago. You see it in older people who've checked out of things they used to believe in. It looks the same at every age, a shrug, a whatever, and I don't give a fuck. And the older generation looks at the younger and says, "What's wrong with them?" The younger looks at the older and says, "Look what happened to you." And both of them are missing the same truth. This isn't a generational problem, it's a human response to a world that stopped working the way it was supposed to. Let me show you how it develops, because it develops the same way at every age. It starts with caring. Every person starts out caring. You try, you believe the story you were told, work hard, play by the rules, and things will work out. That's the default setting for a human being. Caring comes first, then reality shows up. Maybe you're young and you look at the economy in 2026 and see that rent is up, wages aren't keeping pace, and home ownership is a joke. Maybe you're in your 40s and you did everything right, worked hard, stayed loyal, and still got laid off, or passed over, or left behind. Maybe you're older and you've watched the world change into something you don't recognize, and the things you believed in don't seem to matter anymore. It doesn't matter what age it hits you, the lesson is the same. The rules changed, nobody told you, and all that effort didn't matter. So here's what happens psychologically: the brain adapts to its environment. When you care about something and it doesn't change anything, when you try and nothing moves, your brain learns a lesson. Caring is a losing investment. Stop investing. It's not a conscious decision, it's a survival mechanism. The same way your body stops sending pain signals to a wound that won't heal, your mind stops sending caring signals to a world that won't respond. Think about what that looks like across different lives. A young person who doesn't apply for the promotion because they've watched their parents work themselves to exhaustion and get nothing for it. A middle aged person who stopped caring about their job years ago because they realized hard work doesn't get rewarded. It just gets you more work. An older person who doesn't bother with the news anymore because every headline is the same crisis, just a different year. They're not lazy, they're not cynical, they're realistic, and realism, when the reality is bleak, looks exactly like not giving a fuck. Here's the part nobody says out loud: the "I don't give a fuck" attitude is almost never genuine indifference. Real indifference doesn't announce itself, it doesn't wear itself as an identity. The fact that people say it out loud make it part of who they are, that reveals that underneath they actually do care. They care that they were let down. They care that the system failed them. They care that their effort didn't matter. The attitude is a shield. It's a way of saying, "I won't be hurt again," in a voice that sounds like it doesn't hurt at all, but it hurts. That's why they need a shield. And here's the cruelest part: the people who judge this attitude, the ones who say, "Just try harder, just be grateful, just pull yourself up," they don't see the exhaustion underneath. They see the surface behavior and call it a moral failing. But it's not moral, it's economic, it's psychological, it's a lifetime of disappointment that finally settled into a permanent shape. So, what happens to people who live like this? Most of them stay in the numbness. They protect themselves so well that they never let hope back in. They build lives around not wanting anything because wanting hurts too much. And that's the real tragedy. Not that they don't care, but that they had to stop caring to survive. But here's what the situation needs to hear. The numbness isn't permanent. The shield can come down, but it only comes down when the conditions change, either in the world or in the person's relationship to the world. When they find something that actually rewards their effort, when they meet people who actually see them, when they discover that caring, even when it hurts, is still better than the emptiness of not caring at all. The I don't give a fuck attitude is not the end of the story. It's a survival adaptation, and adaptations can change. The question isn't why don't they care? The question is what would make caring safe again? And the answer is the same for every generation. A world that actually rewards effort, a community that actually holds them, a future that actually exists. Until then, the shield stays up, and the people behind it aren't cold. They're tired, they're disappointed, they're grieving the life they were promised and never got. So don't judge the attitude, understand where it came from, and if you're the one wearing the shield, know that it kept you safe, it got you here, but you don't have to wear it forever. There is still a version of you that cares. That version is just waiting for a reason to feel safe enough to come back.